Hey guys, welcome to the plant room. I put this rack together last night. Let me just get right to it. I didn't put the rack together. The rack has been up, but I hooked up the lights. I have some Barrina lights that I ordered. The rack was a gift from my family. Thank you guys. They knew I was shopping around for some racks. And so they purchased this thing for me. And then I ordered the lights, and I also ordered these little, I gotta put the actual name, and I'll put the links for all this stuff if you're interested, in the description of the video. But I wasn't sure how I was gonna put the lights, hook them up to this rack. They didn't really come with the right kind of clips or anything to do that. These lights were meant for like a garage ceiling type thing. People use them in a garage to light up, I guess, work areas or whatever. But a couple of YouTubers, plant tubers, said that they use these for grow lights. And so I thought, okay, this is a little cheaper than some of the other lights that I was looking at. But I use zip ties. I saw someone else use zip ties. And I don't know, today's going to be the first full day these lights are going to be on. I don't know if they'll heat up and be a problem with the plastic zip ties. If so, I'm going to find some other way to hook this up. But this rack is going to be mainly for propagations. I'm going to start propagating more and more. As I mentioned before, I want to try to start selling a little side business to sell some of my props for, you know, little extra money. I'll probably do it locally at first. So this may be the first of many racks. Depends how I like doing that and if I want to keep at it and eventually start shipping. I don't know that I'm going to go that far yet. But yeah, so I needed a space that I could just use for my props. So everything's in one area. I have propagations all over the place, and I just like to have everything in one central area. So I put it in here only because there was enough room. So yeah, I like these because you know there will be spills and things, and it's easier to wipe this down. And yeah, so we'll see. Let's go get some stuff and put them on a rack. And you can join me if you like. There are other plant chores that I'll be doing today too. Just a quick glance at some of the plants I have. This beautiful philodendron. I don't know what happened there. But this is my second try with this. Is it a moonlight philodendron? I think that's the name. But yeah, I love these big, huge leaves. But then there's this. Do you guys know what the heck that is? Or what would cause that? I don't think there are any bugs. And here is a Hoya that is growing like crazy. I'll put the name on the screen as well. And look, she's going off. I have to get some clips. Put her up on that stake. And there's my Birkin. Here I have this pretty, it's really growing now. I think it's starting to, how do these plants know it's spring, honestly? It's amazing. They're just starting to grow again. Take off for me, which is fine. Look at that. Bit of variegation right there in that leaf. But what is this called? Think of the name. Mona, lemon lime, heteracea, lemon lime, I think. And here's my Cebu blue that needs watering. I'm afraid to pull on these vines because I end up dropping things. Look how long that is. It's almost to the floor. So that one's going to get a chop, but I want to water it really well before I take a chop. And I want to take some propagations and maybe put them on a pole. I'm not the greatest with poles, honestly, but I do want to see a Cebu blue growing those big, beautiful fenestrated leaves. Here is my domino cactus. No, domino peace lily. I'm sorry. Yeah, it seems to like it up here. It wasn't doing so great before, but now I'm starting to notice more variegation. It didn't really have much going on at first. This one grew on me. I wasn't that crazy about it. Someone was talking about theirs, and I said I have one, but I don't know. I wasn't thrilled with it, but now suddenly it's happy. So maybe it just needed a little bit more light. And here, speaking of poles that I'm not on top of, look how dry that. But this, I took a cutting from my mandula because I just want to see those big, beautiful leaves. I watch Sydney Plant Guy. I think that's his channel's name. And I love the ones he has on poles and his mandula. Oh my God, it's huge. But anyway, if I stick with it, I'm very bad about that though. You could see I try to mix in some charcoal and leca with the sphagnum moss, so I need to do better about that. I only have a couple of poles, and I think I'm going to keep it to that because I'm not the greatest with keeping them moist. I'll be totally honest. And then here I have this beautiful, beautiful pothos that this part seems to get more light. So look how beautiful the variegation is. Look how tight this stem is. So seems to like this location. So as you see up here, this part isn't that full of variegation, but look at this. It's the latest leaf. So I might take some cuttings and start some nice little plants. Everybody likes pothos, right? And this one down here, I'm gonna have to move her out. And I have her on this twisty pole, the one you can bend, but it's not really secure in there. But yeah, I think, I'm not sure if it was a marble queen or a snow, I think it was a marble queen. And yesterday I shared some Synapsis with you guys, or the other day, but I didn't share this one. What's Moonlight Trubii? But look at those little markings on there. So I'm trying to figure out what that's about. I don't know if I have bugs or what, but I also have this thing I ordered to be able to see bugs microscopically. It's a little scope. So maybe I'll share that with you guys today too. Okay, so let's go ahead. Take another little glimpse. Look at that Hushkilion. I'm going to bring the other ones up so they're all together. Oh my God, look who has a peduncle. What? I did not notice this until now. Oh my God, my lacunosas are going to be spoiling me. Oh my goodness, this is my lacunosa. What's the name again? Oh my God, give me a moment. I'll put the name on the screen. I'm just shocked. I was like, what does this little peduncle do in here? Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about that. I wanted to focus. Honestly, did not expect that. That's so cool. All right. And this is a Desidia. And here are my other Hoyas up here. Petriclata, which is now subquintillanervis or something like that. They renamed it. So yeah, the two of them are doing really nice. Remember, one of these had mealybugs, but hopefully I won't look at this video later and discover that there were mealybugs right in front of me. That's how I noticed last time. But anyway, and here's my numeraloides, which, you know, I think, oh, there's her little peduncle right there. But she bloomed once before and it has not bloomed again. So hopefully she'll start blooming again for me. But you know, I can't wait to see this little one here bloom. I see other people with blooms on theirs. But you know, with my Hoyas, I buy them for the foliage. I don't really focus too much on trying to get them to bloom. If they bloom, it's just a treat. All right, so I'm rambling on. Hey guys, so I have a little refresh over here. I brought up some of my Hoyas from downstairs. I wanted all the Hushkilianas to be together. So here's the original one, which is the inner variegated. Now I have the outer variegated next to it. This one I might put in a slightly larger pot because it dries out fast and I don't want to forget it. And then here's the regular Croniana. So you can see that. The lighting's okay. But here's something. Okay, so this is the Croniana Black that I went blank on the name. So I don't have one, but I have two peduncles going on here. So very happy about that. And this, I don't have any cuttings right now. I'm going to be taking cuttings from this to start propagating this one. This is the Memoria or Gracilis that I just bought. And here I found out I have the cutest little peduncles on this Lacanosa Mint. I think that's a little peduncle coming. I don't know. It's some kind of growth there. And then the little peduncle next to it. But then I found another one here. Judging from the color of its little stem, I'm not sure if that one will actually produce anything. And there was another one somewhere on here. But yeah, looks like these Lacanosas are going to start pumping out some flowers for me, which makes me very happy. Now, if you watched the video the other day, I put this Lacanosa in self-watering. And I think she'll be happier because she's in soil, the original soil she came in. So I added a little bit more of mine to that. And yeah, so that's it there. And I did bring up some of the propagations. I'm still like trying to water. Let me, I think I'm going to try to cut the light off. Let's see. You might be better, be able to see it better. So here are cuttings. I have several from that plant there. And coronaria, I believe, or coronaria is the name of that Hoya. Not that common to find. I happened to find it at Dutch Plant Farm hanging by the water. And then I decided to go ahead and give it, it's got more than one trellis. And it's growing like crazy. I don't know what it blooms like, what the blooms look like. But I've been seeing these small pots popping up on Etsy for like $40, $50. Now, it grows like crazy. So I have several cuttings. This is still in water. And this is already a rooted up plant in pond. And here's another one. And it's growing. So I need to trellis these. By the way, I need some more trellises. Jackie, if you're watching, I'm going to be reaching out to you. And this, okay, what's it called? Fitchii? I think that's the name. Yeah, Fitchii. The original plant I got from Hoya Treasures. When I repotted it, I realized I had two plants in there. So I separated them. This one will be for sale down the line. And this is the propagation I think I've shared with you guys before from the Latifolia albomarginata. And here are some cuttings that I had propagating. Originally, it was in fluval stratum. And then I finally potted them up together. So this, I find, Curtisii, by the way, I find that it likes moisture. I think that's the bottom line with these. People think they're difficult and it's hard to gauge like when to water them. I find if they're in something with a little water in the pot, reservoir, or self-watering, they do beautifully. And let me show you why I say that. I don't know if you remember when I got these 4-inch, little tiny 4-inch or 3-inch pots I found at Home Depot. And if I can find the video, I will include that. There's two of them. I put them still in soil, but I put them in self-watering, these cute little self-watering pots. And all I have to do is just make sure that there's water in the bottom. And look, I mean, I'm about to take more cuttings. So if anybody really wants Crotacea, reach out to me, because I'm definitely going to have plenty, you know. And here in the center, you know, my variegated Hoya, or whatever they call it. I know it's been called tricolor, I think, and Kentiata, I don't know, but I've been calling it Hoya. That's what it was labeled, variegated, when I got it. But all of a sudden, I noticed all this beautiful growth. It's finally moving for me. It was slow at first, and you see all the pretty colors. So it loves these lights. And then down here, I just have my, not just, but what are you called again? Crinkle 8. Yeah, my Crinkle 8, which has grown so much. So I'm definitely going to be propagating from here. And then this is my lipstick plant, the Black Pagoda. Now, it's funny, I moved this up here. It was flowering like crazy downstairs, but then all the flowering has stopped. But the plant's not suffering. So anyway, I'm going to be taking cuttings from this. I love the underside. So we'll be propagating those too. So, and here I have my Chelsea. Now the new growth looks great, right? But then I have leaves that are yellowing. Now I've forgotten it a few times. I don't know if that was from neglect. I'm not sure. You know, I checked it out and sprayed it down last night, and you know, I think everything's good. Look at that round leaf there. It's so cute. But I'll be taking propagations. This thing really grows fast. And then look, what does that remind you of? Doesn't that remind you of the Croniana? Not the Croniana, the Crinkle 8. Those little depressions in the leaf. Look like little cups, right? Anyway, I love this. And just to be on a safe side, I'm going to take some cuttings for my own sake, because I want to make sure I don't lose this plant if something's going wrong. But the leaves feel firm and all. They're just yellow. I think I forgot to water it a few times. So I tell you, I have that little microscope thing. I'm going to get that thing going and demonstrate for you guys how it works. I don't know if I want it. I've been hesitant. I've had it for about a week, and I'm like, do I really want to know if there are little bugs on my plants? You know? But I saw someone else had that, and I thought, that's a great idea. You know, I'll show you how it works as soon as I figure it out too. So here's my Rosita cuttings. So this one, yeah, this one will be going on the for sale. I just want to, I kind of pulled on something. I was trying to straighten out this little stem, and I feel like I popped a root. So I want to give it some kind of stability. So I may take the stake and create a little trellis and just stake both sides, see if those leaves start really, you know, taking off. The stem will fill out with more leaves, hopefully. So yeah, so that's what I have for you so far. And this is just one of my old plants. She still has that little section of white leaves. She's Hoya, what are we called? I tell you, today and in the names, I'm just like not all there. But Crimson Queen, there we go. And here, this is Syndapsis argyrius. And it was in my bathroom, and it was doing fine. But I decided, now that its growing season is upon us, I wanted to bring it out and give it a more lit room. It won't get much direct sun here in this corner. Maybe in the afternoon might get a little hint of it, but I'll watch it and make sure it doesn't get burned. But yeah, it was doing good in my bathroom, and I have no window in my bathroom, so Yeah, okay, let's see what else we can get into today. Okay, so I'll try to be as steady as possible. I think I'm going to have to get that ring light and hook the phone up to that so I don't make too much of a mess and make you dizzy in the meantime with my shaky filming skills. I think this one can go, and I don't know, they are thirsty. The peace lilies are the first to let you know that the season is changing. I swear. Oh, I wanted to show you guys. I haven't shown it to you. Last year, for those of you who've been with me for a while, been following my channel. So last year, I did a rehab on a peace lily. This is her. Look at that leaf. My goodness. But here's something, a concern I have. And you guys tell me if you know what's up with leaves when they start looking like this on a peace lily. She seems to be the only one doing this. So it's not all the leaves. In general, it looks good. I'm about to chop those leaves off since it's starting to put out some nice growth. But yeah, this thing was a rehab. I chopped it all the way back. And this is it now. Pretty nice size plant. But I love what's happening here. Look at that. But yeah, if any of you guys know what this is about, is it from me not watering frequently enough? I've never noticed this before in my other peace lilies, and I have quite a few. But yeah, if you guys have any clue about that, please share. And this one, I didn't give it proper introduction before. It's my Desidia Risolia variegata. I know there's a green version of this. So this thing has really, really gone crazy too. So yeah, I'll be taking propagations from this because it's a beautiful, easygoing plant. Those tiny little leaves are so adorable. Who did I see that had one of these and it made me order? I ordered two little seedlings from someone on Etsy years, I don't know, more than a year ago maybe. I have to look at my records and see if I could find out who I got it from and when. But, oh, it's probably Salad Beard Farms on Etsy. Yeah. So I think I had gotten a couple of seedlings from that grower. Actually, I'm beginning to remember now where I got the name of this grower. It was Aroid District. Dave, he did this thing on, you know, how he orders some of his plants on Etsy and other sites, I believe. This is a long time ago. I've been following him from the beginning. So, and if you haven't seen his channel, you really should check it out. He has some beautiful, beautiful tropical plants. He's out in California, so they grow like a weed for him. And yeah, I think he was selling as well. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Very easily done. But anyhow, he recommended this seller. And I went on and ordered this and something else. They were all seedlings, tiny little seedlings. I think you had to get two. You had to buy two for the price they were selling their plants. And if I remember right, and that's a long time ago, so don't quote me on any of this. But yeah, I got this and I decided to put the two of them in a pot that was probably a little too big, but it took off. No problems. So I'm definitely going to take some cuttings because when I moved it here into this hanging pot here, I realized how much growth it's given me. So, and I kind of treat it like the Hoyas. I water it not very frequently, but you know, I just kind of look at these tiny little leaves. You can kind of see they start looking a little wrinkled. And I mean, I've messed up before. See the stem, how dried out right here. So, you know, you just got to pay attention to your plants. But this is one of those plants that I really haven't had to be a helicopter parent, you know, plant parent. So yeah, she's one of those. Now here, the Croniana, if you look there, I'm not sure what's up with those leaves. I'm going to pluck them off. I'm just going to let them dry up. I don't know if they're good or bad or what. I think they're okay. I think they appear that way sometimes when they first grow. So you can see these little ones here. But yeah, so things are looking good. I have my, excuse the room, it's a little messy, but I'm in the middle of doing chores and stuff. So here are my 2 ficus plants that I love to death. This one, what did they call it? It was called it's the Belize, but it's lost some of that color. But this is the Taniki. So seeing them side by side, you can kind of see the difference. But I don't have that intense, deep reddish color like before. So I'm going to pull it out away from the wall a little bit so it can get more sun. But this one is beautiful. It has not given me any problems. I just like to see a little bit more of that red. I thought it was a ruby, but I think there's a difference. I'm not absolutely sure what the difference is. And this leaf never really totally unfurled on this plant. But there's 2 plants in here I combined. So I want to do some chopping back to try to get it bushier. All right. So honestly, this wasn't supposed to be like a tour. But as I'm going around, I figure I haven't shown you guys the plant room for a while. I brought the propagations from, and this one probably should go on that shelf. I have 2 of them from the mama plant. One of them is going to be going up for sale. So being that this one is up here, I might put, but you know what? I'm not going to put it over there because they were kind of, the color wasn't that intense, you know, like now it's looking more like it should with a deeper green. It's getting there. Here is bright in this room, but it's not like any direct light. I had them on the grow lights, the 2 pots that I put cuttings in. And I tell you what, I love pubic calyx splash. Look at that. It's just like growing like a weed. Here next to it is my global green. What's left of my global green, I had taken cuttings from the original one. And it's looking good. It seems to like this corner. And I just try to remember to come up here and check on it. Here is one of my peperomias. I don't know if I have the name. Okay, yes, Red Canyon. Now, it's not as red as it would normally be, so I'm thinking of giving it just a little bit more light. But yeah, so far, she's doing okay. I love those leaves. And then here, one of my stars, Latifolia, Alba marginata. I'll show you some of the other leaves. Look at that. Look at this one. This is one of the original. This is a newer leaf. Look at the veining on the edge there. Love this plant. And the cuttings you saw on the other side of the room are from this plant here. So yeah, I pulled this one back, but I'm going to be giving it a little bit more light than what it's getting right here soon. Okay, and here's my Crimson Princess doing okay. This one, there was a section of leaves that were worrying me after I did the repot on this one, but she seems to be bouncing back. You talk about hardy plants. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so let's see what else we got. Okay, so I'm back over here watering and whatnot, and I finally wet this pole. And I'm gonna have to fix that. So this really catches on to the pole and starts to root inside the pole. But I wanted to show you what I have this in. I kind of forgot all about it. So I have a little reservoir going on down there because, oh my gosh, I don't want to tip it over. So you see the leca in the bottom and you see the roots. So this is why this plant has been surviving. I forgot that this is mainly sphagnum moss, leca, I think cocoa chips, and charcoal. And very airy. As much as I don't like sphagnum moss, I have to admit, these tropical plants like it. So there's enough moisture in there that it lasts a long time. I forget about this being that it's up here. I glance at it, it doesn't look like it's bothered. I leave it alone. So anyway, yeah, it's a little butterfly courtesy of my grandchildren. I have these little butterflies that came with some trellises, and they go around and decorate the plants for me. And this one is getting watered. Like I said, I want to make sure everything's well watered before I take cuttings. But I'll get the camera rolling throughout the week. I'm going to be taking cuttings from several of my plants, especially like the Cebu Blue and the philodendron, the trailing ones. I have Micans, I have Brazil, I have this one that's long enough now that I'll be happy to take some cuttings. I have the green Hederaceum, the heartleaf philodendron. Lots of common plants that I think people appreciate. It's going to be dirt cheap. And, you know, I think they'll appreciate that. This is my Peru, who's the slowest growing baby I have, I think. Now, he seems to be trying to give me a couple of new leaves. So yeah, I'm going to check that one too, see what's happening inside that pot. It feels kind of light. So yeah, it's not bad. I think it could wait a bit. But yeah, so that's that. I did bring up my prop box and show you that. You guys have seen this. Get down on the floor here. Take a little peek. So you've seen a lot of these cuttings. This is new. I took that from my super silver. I'm trying to start a new plant there. I'm going to put more cuttings in there. Fatten that up. And here is some of the plants you've seen. This is fungi right here, the 3 leaves, the big leaves. This one is giving me baby leaves. I hope you're watching, Jackie. Check it out. That's the Pepperoni. I forget the name. I'll put it in there. And this is the Bertonier. The variegated. It's not giving me variegation, but I love those leaves, okay? It doesn't even matter. And that's, I think, the Royal Flush. And there's the Louisa Silver Splash. And even getting some growth from the Easter cactus that Jackie sent me. And Jackie, I've lost a few leaves of this Thai lipstick plant, but these 3 are rooted, so I'm praying. And back there is the Low Hairy. I had a leaf, but then I messed up. I think I overwatered and lost that leaf. And this is my, what do you call this again? Here's the tag. Forgive me, I'm balancing the lid. What is this called? Okay, Serpens. Hoya Affinity Serpens 1 chinensis. And that's doing fine. Now my Serpens cuttings that I got for free, the 2 leaves that I had gotten up to 4 leaves, I messed up, overwatered. It got all moldy and gross, so I tossed it. And look, my Bella is doing something for me. Let me get this lid off, guys. Bear with me. Okay, look at the baby leaves. So I've been real careful with this one because I did in another one. I try to propagate. This is the Kentiana Laurie something. And yeah, I think I showed you oh, hey, here's the Serpens. I thought I tossed this. You see how moldy and gross that looks? So I need to take that out. It doesn't need to be in there anymore. That's a goner. But yeah, so we're going to have another prop box here. I don't know what size yet. Like I said, I'm going to be taking lots of propagations, and I think the box will help root things up really well. And under the light here, um, should be good. I'm excited now. I've been procrastinating about this whole thing, but now I'm finally getting it going. And yeah, I'm gonna see how that works. Okay, so I found I also had this Croniana Splash is what this one is called, and it needs a little watering. So I chopped from the original plant not that long ago, and already she's starting to shoot out some new leaves. Tell you what, Croniana and Lacanosa, they will not let you down. Okay, and then in the meantime, I put, this is one of my oldest Crimson Queens that I hang up from the ceiling over here. I had her hanging up there. However, luckily I was in here when the screw gave. I have these little screws. So that was screwed up in there, but it wasn't secure enough. So what I'm going to do is try to find, what do you call those things? Anchor. Yeah. I'm going to find an anchor that will fit that hole and put it back up there. Although it's kind of bothering me because it looks like it's a little off center, but it's okay. Once you put the plant up there, you don't notice these things. I do, but hopefully you don't. All right, so yeah. So this one, I'm letting her drink up really well. And then I'm going to water the Crimson Princess as well. I'm bottom watering, you know, in this one. I usually take it to the shower and spray it down, but I did that not that long ago, so not really worried about it. Then I'll put it back up, hang it back up where it was. I also have some other things that I've been neglecting. You talk about plant styling. I have this propagation set. Oh my gosh, yeah. That's what I need to do. It's still in the box for months. Bought it on an impulse and said I was going to put it up in here somewhere. I'm just trying to figure out where. So I sat here rambling on, thinking that I was recording. Guess what? I was not. So here we have, I think this might be a little, I don't know if it's a remote or what, or maybe that's just a little case for the battery. So there are little lights in here that you can attach to this thing. Has the screws, the anchors, and here it is. This is what it looks like. So I have 3 rows to put all these cute little test tubes and hang my props. So I'm thinking it's gonna go up there because this room is bright enough and warm enough that I can hang it from the hook since it has this and just let them kind of dangle and hang near the window. This is one of my brightest rooms. It won't get any direct sunlight, so it'll be safe for the props, because some of the props I intend to take are plants that don't need that kind of light. So I'll save that section for the Hoyas and the other things that need that kind of light. As you can see, there's a prop up there, not prop, but a plant that will be for sale, the Syndapsis, the baby one. That one was cuttings from the mama next to it, but they don't need that kind of bright light that those T5s are giving off. I think it's T5. Yeah, so yeah, moving along. I'm thinking of chopping this leaf off because it's bugging me. I don't know what that is, but it's disturbing to me. So I think I'm just going to get rid of it instead of wonder what's happening with that leaf. I'm not sure. It's one of the older leaves. I think the plant will be okay. So next time I come into this plant room, I'm just going to have to use the tripod because this handling the camera and doing everything else is not working for me. Now guys, I wouldn't know what scale looks like, and I'm not going to play around with it. I lost one of these before. And let's just chop off this brown part. Okay. Okay, guys. So yes, I think this one is watered enough. Let me see if I can find an anchor and hook it up back from the top. Okay, so here it is, put together. I'm hanging it from here for right now, near the window, where I can get nice, bright, indirect light. And yeah, we're going to start taking propagations the next few days. I will show you what we're working with. And I'm also going to hook up the little lights to it, okay? So you can see what that looks like as well. But yeah, simple, ready to go up. All you need to do is give it a hook. And then, you know, we'll fill it up with water. It came with a cute little brush, too, to clean these things out. Because you know how gross they get. But, yeah. So anyway, I was going to say, I was tempted to fill them with stratum, but they're pretty nice size tubes. That would take too much of my stratum. I don't think I'm willing to do that. So maybe I'll do it with a few props, depending what it is. We'll see. But yeah, that's it. So this is up, and this is going to go back up to the other spot until I can find my anchors. I don't know. I have a lot of stuff in my trunk because help out family with little handy jobs here and there, and I usually have supplies that I share, and I know I have a box of anchors somewhere. Haven't found it yet. So all right, so I think that's it for today's video. I'll try to edit this and get it out by tonight, hopefully. And yeah, you guys, please comment below. Do the usual. Please like, share, subscribe. Do whatever you have to help encourage me to keep this channel going. And I'll try to share my plant journey with you for the future. Thanks for watching, guys. And any comments, any help, please put it below. Thanks a lot.